What is up? Let me
What's up,
see.
man? Look at you all set up in the office. What I was saying, my guy. Come on. How you doing, man?
We're doing all right. Oh. We're just getting adjusted here. How are you?
Nice. We're going good. I get excited. My heart flutters when I see you in the in your office there. It makes
Thanks.
It makes me happy that you're like in. It's like you making sure that you're getting yourself. It was good. Anyway, we are post Halloween. We're in November. We're feeling good right now. Blaze, what are you feeling good about, man?
It's gonna be a good day. We're not gonna get too crazy. I have a lot of work to do, but we're gonna go to the YMCA and the kids are gonna hang out and I'm gonna do some work and it's gonna be a really good day. And I've been talking a lot to my good friend Ryan Turner about diets and stuff, so I might try and plan some things. And oh my gosh, yesterday at this time it was 9:30 a.m. and now it's 8:30 a.m.
Oh my goodness, the world! What's happening in the world?
IJ, what's up? MP, good to see you. How are you guys?
It's always nice to see IJ. IJ is the better looking of the To the Moon people. So when he's here, I think it just elevates. It elevates the mood altogether. Yeah. So Jay, thanks for making us all just look better, buddy.
I just want to know, like, because IJ and Tom are a team, just like we're a team, and like I think like IJ's serenity and Tom is wild, and I'm just curious how IJ tolerates that.
You know what? I think that they need some kind of balance. I think that's why Chelsea's there. So Tom's just baking. He's just baking up chickpeas all day long, and and then you got Jay over there just like running it all.
I was curious. Good. Do you feel threatened in the food space by Tom in his breakfast videos?
I do. I actually, I've been really nervous about it. I've been really just trying to make sure that he does not step into the role of food guy. And I feel like he is, though. I feel like it's a losing battle. I don't know what to do. He's just so dynamic in everything he does. And I need to make sure that I'm going to stay on top of it. So we're going to see what happens. And if not, I'm going to have to pay him a visit and I might have to take him out. So we'll see though.
But how are you? How are the vibes? Where are you at this morning?
Vibes are all over the place. I feel like a little bit. It's marathon weekend. I know we have stuff that's going on here. I know Lauren's trying to plan to go vote today. I'm thinking I might just go vote to get that out of the way. Tuesdays are going to be busy, and then we got food shopping today. It's like that reset day. It's that reset day. I'm making some sourdough bread again because I feel like that's something I do to make sure that we have what we need for the week. But it's good. It's good. It's all positive. Gratitude though. I want to see some gratitude in the chat. We got it from on the couch rather. So we got it from MP already. I'm saying that to ground myself, to come to some gratitude. I'm going to say this is that I'm excited for the holidays coming up. That's what's going on. I just got the family PJs. That's like that's awesome. That's my jam. I'm always that. I am a little Sleepy's fanatic. If anyone knows Little Sleepy's, I love buying Little Sleepy's for my kids and my family around this time. So I think just getting set. This is the one thing that I think I always want to make sure I'm taking care of. I feel like we're always stressed as we kind of get into Christmas time, and so I'm always trying to be ready, done with Christmas shopping and stuff almost like before December, because I want to sit back, enjoy some movies, enjoy some music, light some candles, get that. What's that called within Nordic culture in Sweden? It's anyway, comfortable feelings. I just want to sit there. I don't want to be nervous throughout the whole holiday season. So I'm gonna get that started early. It's gonna get going. It'll be good. Jason, what's going on? What's good?
Guys, it is Daylight Savings Day, and it is
Soggy. We need it though, Soggy. It's necessary. I don't want to be Christmas shopping 2 weeks before Christmas. That's just stress. And then I think this is my thing. I think like 2 weeks before Christmas, whenever you're like shopping for presents, that's where you just buy shit. And then everyone just has like crappy presents. And so then all of a sudden it's like, are we happy? I don't know. It just feels like you're mailing in Christmas time. And I don't want that.
We still have presents they haven't opened from last year, so you better believe they're getting those re-gifted.
Wrap them up. Anyway, that was my vibe. I'm feeling all over the place right now.
Can I share some more gratitude? Can I tell a story?
I love your stories. You're a great storyteller.
And it feeds in a little bit with today. Because I think the reading today was talking about emotions, but if you guys didn't know, if you missed yesterday, I was taking my kids to something called Scrub Club, which you think would be a place to buy scrubs, but it's like a event for kids to learn about healthcare. And so I took my kids after they were crying all morning about leaving the house. And so they like pretended to be like a doctor to a bear, and they got their height and weight checked, and they played some games and learned about more. So they talked about their emotions, but they sent me this book, and I'll put a link in it afterwards. It's called A Little Spot of Confidence. And if there was any like trait that I would want my son to work on, it would definitely be confidence. He's so quick to be so judgmental of himself. And we read this book last night, and it like personifies confidence and how you can grow it. And I just thought it was like the coolest thing. So I think we're going to read it every day for the rest of his life and see if it helps. But I just wanted to share that. And it has a whole series on emotion. So there it is.
I was going to say, right. Is this part of that series or a series?
Yeah, it's called,
is he connecting with it? He likes it a lot. Is it like his age appropriate?
Yeah, I think it's very age appropriate. And like at the end, it has like a little confidence mantra, and it says like, you have to say, I am brave, I am loving, I am kind. And I thought that was just such, like, I feel better saying it out loud myself right now. So,
that kind of sounds like a kid version of what's the doctor's mantra they have to.
The creed or whatever they have to say.
Do no harm. That kind of sounds like a good kid version of that.
Fun fact, and anyone who ever has dealt with cancer, I apologize. There's a small sect of healthcare workers, and I think physicians as well, that do not harm piece. They take, they interpret it in a certain way where some people don't feel comfortable or won't even like prescribe or give chemotherapy because like it's a poison for part of your body. I mean, it's obviously not oncologists or anything like that, but it's to think about some of these medications and treatments that we do that heal parts of us can also kill other parts of us. So it's just really interesting to think about.
I think it's such an interesting discussion around kind of like medication and kind of like what ends up being given for pain or for comfort or any of that. I feel like hospice, whenever I hear a hospice like nurse start talking about hospice and what they've learned and what they see from people and how they deal with it, it's always really interesting. So like, I feel like you're kind of playing into that a little bit. And that would be, it's just interesting how that kind of like creed, I think, plays into things. Cause it's like, are we ever going to be painless? I don't think so, but we're just trying to manage that at all times. And it was an interesting discussion. So, but I love that book, by the way. So he's reading it. What's up with your son's confidence? Where do you think it's coming from? I just had this discussion with a friend whose daughter, I think is having a little bit of is it confidence or just like a inferiority kind of challenge at the moment, I think, between some friends. Where do you think it's coming from?
For me, like, because I think like it's not just like black and white for confidence, but like you turn it and look at it from a different angle, and it unlocks all these different tastes and flavors, views of what confidence is. And so I think the big thing for me is like just like giving him feedback, like, hey buddy, like you don't use the scissors to open a banana. And he didn't do this, but he would do something like this. Like, you don't use scissors to open a banana. And then like with just a simple critique like that, he can be so quick to be like, I'm just a bad boy. And I'm like, no, like you're not. It's my job as your dad to critique and correct you. Like, I'm only with you for 18 years. And I mean, theoretically, some people might say that. And it's my job to like tell you these things. And so I think that's like the big piece of it, but it's also like a reminder of me, like, and I think whether it's my kids or anybody else, like it's so easy to pick apart somebody. And I think it takes a lot more brain power to like build people up and provide compliments until you make it a regular habit. And so I think it's a good reminder for me as well, like those simple things that I don't even notice, like, oh, good job, you got dressed by yourself. Good job, you flushed the toilet and washed your hands. There wasn't a big log in the toilet. Thank you for throwing the trash away and stuff like that.
We got a confidence issue today. Junie's running her first little. She joined a girls' running club, and they're doing a 5K today.
Oh, that's awesome. How old is she?
She's 9.
Okay.
And confidence has been like a big thing with her. Like she's what's the word for reading?
Dyslexic?
Comprehension.
She's dyslexic, and she's somewhere on the spectrum, and that was a huge confidence weight on her. And this running club is doing like wonders for her, but now she's really worried about this race today. And my gratitude today is I get to run it with her, and I'm really happy about that. And like she's like, what if we fall behind, or what if we get lost? And like I'm gonna follow you. We're gonna at your pace. Trail running is a race against yourself, and you decide if you want to run with people or not. So this will be a really good event, I think, for her.
Trail running is so different too from like sidewalk or road. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah. And also I haven't ran in forever too. So this will be I'm wondering if I'm going to be able to keep up with her because she can run. So
how far is it again?
I think it's just a 5K.
Okay. But still on a trail, I feel like it depends too. I mean, if it's going to be what the elevation is, I'm assuming
it's flat. It's flat-ish. It's like, it's not like any big elevation gains.
Okay.
So
well, that's really cool. Are the other girls at all running too, or no? Is it just
no, we're all going to watch her. And it's like Junie does horses. She rides horses, and it's usually like either me or Kristen that goes. And she's starting to notice that like in team sports, when Kira plays, it's like parents are there and grandparents are there and sisters are there. And she's like, man, nobody comes and watches my horses. So it's like we've been trying to all go watch her horses, and then now she will have people watching today. Like we made some signs for her. And there's another family that we got really close with that will be cheering on their daughter too. So I think it'll be good. I'm excited for today.
I also love that she brought that up with her, that she was feeling that people were going to these other games and then not her horses. I feel like a lot of kids just might accept that and then just sit in that feeling. So it's pretty cool that she was able to bring that up.
Yeah, I think she was getting used to it at one point, and then I'm really happy that like she noticed that, because I was thinking like if I were her age, would I have said that? And I don't think I would have said that at her age.
Yeah, horses is different though. I feel like it's kind of hard for everyone to go there unless it's like an actual event, like where there's stands where you can kind of be around. So that is kind of hard, but that's definitely cool she said it. Horrible transition into today's meditation here. Hard pivot. But with the this is something to be glad about, November 3rd. I think about you and the family right now. Just feel like it's like really good kind of turning point into all of that, where you can say, I know like Ryan Holiday, he mentions a book here, I think, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. A quote from there, and how being able to say that, you know, as a dad, like, you know, I love you all. How are you actually saying these kind of things? How are you getting that message across to your kids? I guess the quote here says, sometimes I want to say I love you all, says the mole, but I find it difficult. Do you? Says the boy. Yes. So I say something like, I'm glad we are all here. So like you saying, I'm glad that we are all here. It's kind of like where like Junie's either looking for like that bond with the family all together, or kind of showing up, you're glad you're all here, taking advantage of it. But being able to kind of be together in that way, I guess, is a really important thing, and she's feeling it. It's so cool that she was able to say that, and that you guys are showing up together as a family. It's hard to do. 3 kids, right? It's hard to coordinate all that. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of just bodies, all that kind of stuff too. So sometimes I was just thinking this too, is talking with Lauren. Maybe it was more like arguing with Lauren about the idea that I don't think everything needs to be always said. That I think that as a family, as a relationship, as a couple, that there are kind of like unspoken words or unspoken, we kind of accept things to do together. And maybe we have to be able to accept that we just have to show up even without a kid asking, or like family asking a little bit more. I don't know if we do that as much over here.
I think I love today's meditation because I think can we go a bunch of different ways. And what it had me thinking about is like, I think we've talked about this before, and like, I can't remember if it was me or another dad that said it, is like, sometimes when we tell our older parents from another generation, hey, I love you, I don't think they always know how to respond. Cause like, I'm pretty sure that I could say that like my grandfather, if not grandfathers, didn't say that very often to their kids. Not that they didn't love them. It's just not something, words that came out of their mouth growing up for them. Whereas I say like, I love you. I'll say I love you to you guys all the time. And my wife's like, who are you talking to? I'm like, my bros and other parents in the world, or not, or there's not parents too, but I love you guys. I love you all. And so it's a harder thing to say. So he was talking about also in the meditation, like, I want to say I love you all, but what comes out is I'm just glad that we're all here, which I still think is a great thing. But then that had me thinking about Ryan Reynolds, because him and Blake Lively have, I think, 3 or 4 kids in New York City, and I'm sure they have like a great.
I thought they had like 5.
Maybe
like
they have
all
5.
daughters, like all girls, right?
I think it's all girls, but I know.
But I'm sure they have a pretty nice place in New York City, but it's still in the city. And how crazy it is with all of them together. But he talked about like taking a step back and taking a deep breath and being like, you know, there's only a short amount of time that we're all going to be under the same roof or in the same building for this period. And then, you know, maybe it's a call, maybe it's a text, maybe you don't even talk to them every day anymore. That's really sad. I'm going to try and not cry. But anyways, so just trying to remember we have this right now and how to take advantage of it.
They have 4 kids.
4 kids.
All daughters, apparently. Ryan Reynolds.
Dom, I think Dom has
Terrified
the most Polish background today.
Dom's here. What's up, Dom? I didn't know you were here. Wasn't looking.
Did you get a haircut?
No,
dude.
Yeah, family pictures.
Did you?
Yeah,
Yes,
you get a look good.
I did not.
Looking great. He's whispering to somebody. That's okay.
That's perfect.
Is that an outside bookshelf? No, you're inside. Hi.
Isn't that the bookshelf that you built, that you put in or something? Right? You were saying you wanted to display your books
with the
more?
house. I just displayed the books.
Okay.
Daily Dads.
Love it.
Somewhere there.
Good morning, fellas. I totally slept through my alarm, but the time change, I looked at my phone. I was like, oh, I still have 10 minutes. I'll say hi. So just stopped in to say hi.
Hey.
Good morning.
Happy Sunday.
Thank you, you too, bud.
Are you really doing pictures today?
Oh, did them yesterday.
yesterday.
How was the scene?
It was cool. We went to a spot we haven't been to, like an apple picking orchard about an hour away. It was freezing cold. It was about like 45 degrees, which is cold
Oh,
for
no.
us. But yeah, it was a good time. We had fun. We moved fast so that we could get out of there fast. And then we went to Blaze's favorite place afterwards,
What's my favorite place?
Target.
Oh yeah, I do like Target.
Because the kids did really well, so we let them pick out something. So, yeah.
Did you give them a $1 limit, or how did that go?
I tried, bro. I really tried.
Tried it.
But
I get it.
But then I get the well, I have money. I can pay for the rest. And I'm like, all right, I'll take it out of your
Write me a
money
check.
cash. You didn't pay me, by the way.
Get her.
What was the main purpose of going to Target then? Was it decorations?
No, because they did so well taking pictures. Like it was like
it was for
you
them.
know, smile well, let's go fast. It's very cold. Like, you know, let's get this, you know, it's a 30-minute session. So, you know, you got to do it quick anyways. You know, a lot of times the girls don't like, what did the photographer say? She was like, okay, hug your sister and look at her like you love her. And both of them are like, but yeah, it was a good session.
I'm gonna schedule pictures in the next couple of weeks, and I think that's a power move right there. Like my wife not doing it, I taking the initiative to do it and be like, "Hey, girl, we got pictures in 2 days," and they'll be like, "I think it's a good move." I'm glad we're having this conversation right now.
Yeah, I agree. I think I might try to do that too. That's a wife mom move for sure. Schedule 3 weeks in advance. That's a good flex.
That's really cool. You know what? I'm going to go against the grain and be like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait for my wife to do it, and then I'm going to get upset that I didn't know when it was happening.
How much do these
You
cost?
can dig your own grave.
For how long?
Well, I did order PJs. That's my job every year. But that's
Can I ask you a question about that? Because I just went on the Little Sleepy's website. Yeah. And my kids are always growing, so I'm always just nervous. I'm gonna, like, at this event yesterday, I had to order their T-shirts, and both their T-shirts are way too big. Like, don't you get nervous you're not gonna get the right size, or are you pretty good on that kind of stuff?
Don't get me started on the Little Sleepy's train. It is the best PJ that you can find. My girls are still fitting into like 2 years ago PJs because they're so good. But Little Sleepy's is pretty awesome. So I know that DM's a little bit bigger for her age and Sloane's a little bit smaller. So like Sloane being 7, I get 7 to 8, and then for DM I get 5 to 6. But like they're gonna fit into those forever. So they're pretty great. They're awesome.
I never heard of it before.
We got 2 kinds. Last year, Kristen and I, Jason's wife, my sister-in-law, we had talked about and coordinated the ones that we were gonna get. Sometimes you have to be there for special Little Sleepy's drops. If you're Little Sleepy's VIP, you get the Little Sleepy's VIP code, which is just LS VIP, and you get it off. So it's good.
Are you a Little Sleepy's VIP?
Little Sleepy's VIP, baby.
Should Blaze and I get the same ones as you and Jason?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to get at right now without trying to say it.
I wouldn't have picked up on that if you didn't say anything. So
yeah, I know it was not good communication. Sorry about it.
I'm all for that. There's some really nice peppermint ones I'm looking at.
Quip quap quo. Is this your first time here? Thanks for popping in.
My mother-in-law usually does that for all of us.
Oh, quip quap quo. My car warranty's okay.
My car warranty. I have a 2013 Kia Sportage. We are running that thing into the ground. I don't even care about a warranty anymore.
Oh man.
You know what, Soggy? We should just tell people that. I think it's great. I love that.
Wait,
the imagination going this morning.
Why does Soggy know about this growing fabric? It feels like growing fabric. They just fit into them forever. Awesome.
He knows everything, dude.
He does. Soggy knows more than he lets on. He's a little bit like Blaze. Sometimes Blaze, you don't really talk to Blaze about everything, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go star in the next Frozen film in 2026. I'm like one of the voices, and you're like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, I've known like the directors for so long, and yeah. So I don't know. That was a really random thing.
I'm still waiting to flex my Mandarin on you guys. That's a joke. I don't speak Mandarin. I don't speak Mandarin.
But that's like such a Blaze thing. I feel like he would pull that out.
He learned Mandarin ironically, just so he could flex it.
I don't think Blaze lets on to how intelligent he is, though. That's what I always think.
With that, it is 9
That's
o'clock.
fine.
Any last words for anyone? I might try and do it. Is it on Duolingo?
Probably.
It is.
It's also on. It's also on Google Translate too.
Oh yeah.
And I'll take closed captions as that counting as well. If you just want to.
I forget, Jay. Jay, you're a Philadelphia fan, right?
Me?
Or is he a Steelers? No, Steelers. He's Steelers, right? Can you help me?
I don't think
Me?
Jason knows the rules of football.
I am a terrible sports fan.
You're taking it, IJ?
Yeah,
IJ,
IJ. I'm sorry, Jason. I didn't mean to.
Ravens. He's a Ravens fan.
You're right. He is. I knew that.
Because
one thing that I wanted to say today about the reading is the whole "I love you" thing. I know that me and Ryan have talked in the past about like our dad has a very unique way of expressing that. You know how like remember that talk we had, the Father's Day talk we had this year?
Yeah,
Ryan.
You guys did a good job.
How like he doesn't say it. I'm not really sure why yet, but he was very he told us why. I think I pushed against that because I tell my girls that a lot, and it's not that I don't do it, it's that I want to make sure that I'm saying it in different ways than just "I love you" all the time, because I want them to know it throughout like different things. Whether it's like just like enjoying time together, so that just saying "I love you" doesn't get old. So that's a thought that I had from the reading today, is in what ways, not just do you say it, but in what ways do you say it?
We're done in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I definitely get it. I agree with you. I have 4 rules for my girls as what my job as a parent is, and I always say that the number 1 thing is to tell them that I love them and then make them feel loved, because just saying it, I think, can get really. I think just saying "I love you" can happen so often in our family, and then if we don't actually make them feel loved, then we don't really define it in their head. So I think it's a good point. And Dad, I know, definitely has his way of saying "I love you," in his own. That's good.
Hi, Dad, if you happen to be listening.
He might be. Who knows? All right, guys, we are at time. We'll keep it here. But I love you guys. I love you, Blaze. I love you, Jason. I love you, Dom.
Love you too.
I love you guys too.
We'll see you next time. All right, cool.
Love you guys. Have a good day.
All right, guys, take
Does
care.
it make a heart?
Happy Sunday.
All right,
That just does.
bye, guys.
Later.